Alright, here it's me again, doing another A's report. I don't know. I don't even know if I should call this a show. It's more just me rambling about the A's. I have some other shows up, mostly dealing with prospects. I'm going to take a break from the prospects today. We're going to talk All Stars, everybody's favorite topic. So today is Major League Baseball announced the All Star game. The A's are having a really good year, just like last year. They've kind of been on a tear since halfway through last season of last year. And so you would think maybe we would get more than our obligatory token All-Star. Unfortunately, we got one All-Star, and that's Bartolo Colon, who's having a really decent year on the mound. He doesn't throw like he used to, but hey, he's learned to work with his less velocity, and he doesn't walk anybody. And of course, if you're an Oakland A's fan, you've seen Moneyball, and walking, not good. But what I'm going to talk about to all my A's fans who don't watch this video, been hanging out on Twitter, and there's a lot of hand-wringing about Josh Donaldson didn't get in, Graham Balfour didn't get in, probably the two A's that you can make the strongest case for. My question to those fans, because I seem to be the only Oakland A's fan who's not upset that Colon's the only All-Star. Donaldson probably had the strongest case. 15 home runs, 300 batting average. Guy's having a career year. Who knows where this guy came in from, right? He's former catcher, forced to play third base, and he just started hitting somewhere. Great year. I want to take nothing away from Josh Donaldson. Problem is, the third base, you've got Miguel Cabrera from Detroit, who was voted in as the starter. Obviously. Obvious pick there. Miguel Cabrera is probably the best hitter in the game right now. It's either him or Votto. You're just talking guys who just do nothing but hit the ball. It's probably Cabrera or Votto. Can't really make a good argument for Donaldson to be over Cabrera. The other issue, of course, would be Balfour. Or the other one, of course, is the reserve third baseman that went to Manny Machado. Now, again, Manny Machado might set the record for doubles this year, which I understand is an arbitrary stat. But have you seen this kid play third base? Josh Donaldson is good and all with the glove, but have you seen Machado? I don't actually think you can argue Donaldson over Machado either. So maybe you could have taken three third basemen, considering the amount of second basemen that are on the roster for the American League. You have Kipnis, you have Pedroia, you have Zobrist, who probably comes in and plays shortstop a little bit too. You can argue that Donaldson has better numbers than Zobrist, but you have to pick one guy from the Tampa Bay Rays. Baseball has this rule where everybody has to be represented. So if you move Zobrist out, you got to put away somebody else, and maybe move somebody else out. Not as easy as you think. I'm a diehard A's fan. I would love to see Donaldson in. Problem is, with the limited roster spots and the position he plays, and Machado and Cabrera, it's just not going to happen. It's just not. And I'm just not that upset about it. I'm really not. The other one that a lot of A's fans are saying should have got in is Balfour. Guy's having a good year, great ERA. I don't care about the save stats. I know that some people do. That's another arbitrary stat. I mean, come on. The save stat, I could do a whole video blog on this, but if you really think that it's something special to get 3 outs before you give up 3 runs, most major league pitchers can do that. It's really not. You should get 3 outs before you give up 3 runs. This isn't the old school where closers would go back for 3 innings. Anyways, these numbers are comparable. Obviously, regardless of season numbers, with this being Rivera's season, I have no problem giving Rivera the Lifetime Achievement Award, letting him be in an All-Star game for his final season. Glenn Perkins from Minnesota, another pick. Again, he's got very similar numbers to Balfour. They're very similar players who are kind of having career years. Nathan, again, he's right there with the ERA and the saves, even though saves is a bullshit stat. I just don't know where you put Balfour. If you want to argue that Balfour deserves it over Perkins or Nathan, that's a fine argument. But it's not egregious that Balfour's going in over Perkins or Nathan. The numbers are pretty similar. It's not egregious. It's not it's not terrible. So in the end, I am the only rational A's fan in the world because I don't care. The All-Star game is meaningless anyways. Yes, it would have been nice for Josh to get the honor. Yes, it would have been nice for Balfour to get the honor. Balfour could maybe still get in. With the injuries to, it's the All-Star game, a lot of guys would rather take the 3 days off. Who could blame them? So a lot of guys won't show up or have all of a sudden injuries that let them take 3 days off or 4 days off. So Balfour could end up a placement. Really don't like Donaldson's chances of getting in unless there's some major injuries. Maybe Zobrist goes down and you have him replace Zobrist. Maybe he could replace Peralta. The problem with Johnny Peralta is he's the only true shortstop on the bench. I guess Zobrist could play shortstop, but that's the one place you could argue Donaldson over is Johnny Peralta, but then you don't really have a true shortstop on your bench. That's kind of weird unless you want J.J. Harding to play the whole game. So, in the end, I see the argument. I would have liked Josh to get in. I would have liked Balfour to get in. Balfour still has a chance through injuries and stuff. But, really? Is this what we're upset about? Really, guys? Come on. We're having a great season. All-Star game's meaningless. We'll be in the playoffs again. Farm system's doing excellent. It's okay. It'll be okay that Donaldson and Balfour got in. And if you don't think it will be okay, other than the big megastars, how many All-Stars can you name from the 2010 All-Star game? Without looking it up, I know Google, Wikipedia, I will get it up. How many can you name? Right? You can probably guess the major stars, but come on. Balfour and Donaldson aren't major stars. Anybody who doesn't follow baseball isn't going to know who Balfour or Donaldson is. I'm sorry. It's not a travesty. They had cases, but their cases just weren't strong enough, especially in compared to the guys they got taken over. I'm a diehard A's fan. I love my A's, but rationality is taking over here. If you do watch the show, which I know it's not very many of them, feel free to comment. Let me know topics you'd like me to cover in regards to the A's. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I will try to answer them on the show if I get enough. Otherwise, I'll see you the next time I feel like doing a video blog. All right. See y'all later. Go Oakland.